Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. And here it is. And we're going to do the inside and the envelope. Join me in the studio and I'll show you how. For my 10-minute creation today, I am using the Painted Poppies set, specifically this image and this image. I have a strip of Blackberry Bliss that's 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. I have a scrap of Mossy Meadow, a scrap of Old Olive. I have a scrap of Whisper White. I have a piece of Whisper White that's 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. My card base is Whisper White and it's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. I am using this pattern from the Painted Poppies paper and it is 1 inch by 5 1/2. I'm using the Tufted embossing folder. From the stitch shape framelits, I have the second, not the smallest, but the next one up that I'm going to use. And from the Poppy Moments dies, I have the 2 leaves that are like, I don't know, a spray, but they nest and you get different colors. So I have both of those. My ink is Tuxedo Black and Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to start by stamping my image. And I'm going to do some off stamping, so I'm grabbing a paper real quick. I'm going to ink it up with the Tuxedo Black. Okay. And I'm going to stamp it, and hopefully it'll turn out okay. And then I'm going to take my Blackberry Bliss, and this image is really good for like coloring it in real quick. But the blackberry's going to be too dark, so I'm going to off stamp it and I'm going to play with it until I get it on there so that I get a lighter image. And that kind of mimics the image in the paper. Okay, now I've got this to emboss, this to cut out, and I think I can get it out of that one. If not, I've got another scrap here, and my leaves to cut out. So I'm going to do all of that. Oh, I've got to cut that out too. I have all my pieces, and now it's time to put the card together. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to fold my card and burnish the edge. Oh, I didn't get a, totally forgot, I have to have an envelope. All right, this piece goes on next, and it goes on with tear and tape. So let me add that. I use tear and tape because when it's embossed, there are peaks and valleys, and if it doesn't grab the paper, it comes apart, and I don't have to worry about this grabbing the paper, either the background or this panel itself. So it's just easier to use the tear and tape and make sure my card stays together. And it's not hard to add, you just run it around the edges, and then I'll cut it off. Burnish your ends in so that it comes up easily. All right, there's one. All right, come on. There it is. 2. 3, and this one is 4. All right, now I've got all my pieces off, and this is going to go right in the middle, centering side to side and top to bottom, like so. Now we're going to put this piece on here. And this one has the space just at the top and the bottom. The sides are even, so when you go to put this together, keep that in mind. And then this goes across just like that, so we can add some glue to this. Like so. This piece goes on here like this, but I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. So, forgot to grab my other scissors, but that's okay because I try to use those old scissors to cut my adhesive, because then it doesn't stick to my good scissors, because I end up forgetting to clean it. All right. And this I'm going to put at a diagonal. Next that goes on is this, but I want to put these together first. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of this, and I should have done this while I was waiting before I started so it would have a chance to grab. All right, and to get this on, what I usually do is I put it down and match up my edges. All right, that one slipped on me. And I'm just gonna let that sit, but this goes here, and then I'm gonna put this piece under it like that so that it's sticking out. So I'm going to add some glue. No, I better use glue dots. Okay, I'm going to add a glue dot here and another one there. So I have 2. And I'm going to set that down because it'll be easier for me to do it this way. And I am just watching and making sure I don't poke out the end, but if you do, you can trim it off. All right, and then this goes on like this. So I need a glue dot here. So let me get my pokey tool and get one. Stick it there. And then I need dimensionals. So I'm going to put a dimensional there. And a dimensional here and one here. Let me take my backs off. Okay. And I want to make sure there it is. And we did the inside in the envelope. If you like my project, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel using the button below. Leave me a comment, it helps me out on YouTube. I also have a Facebook group where I do Facebook Live on Thursday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out Facebook and find Creations in Paper and join us on Thursday evening. We've been doing fancy folds. Last week was a real quick and easy one. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your online person. Send me a message and I'll help you out in any way I can. Have a great day.